Hey Kayleen, this morning when I was driving to work, I saw so many different kinds of birds flying in the air. It was super cool.
That's amazing, Michelle. It's that time of the year for birds to start migrating to the south. The world is such a fascinating place, from what flies in the air to the very ground that you walk on. Actually, today I was thinking about how I never really looked too closely at the rocks beneath our feet. And then I started wondering, how are rocks formed? Are there different kinds of rocks? And can you actually find things like jewels in them?
These are all really great questions, Kayleen. Let's unpack them by diving into the different types of rocks. There are 3 types of rocks, including igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Each are actually formed in their own fascinating way.
Ooh, I know about the first one, igneous rocks. These rocks are formed when magma or lava cools down and solidifies. These types of rocks are divided into 2 categories: extrusive, meaning that you can find them on the surface of the earth, and intrusive, meaning that they're found underground. It depends on where the rock cools. Crystals can actually grow in the late stages of the cooling process, and topaz is a gem that you might find in these rocks. The topaz gem can be found in a variety of different colors, with red being the most rare.
Wow, Kayleen, that is really neat. You're pretty solid on your rock facts. Now let's dive into the second type of rock, which is sedimentary. Sedimentary rock is formed when sediment settles on the Earth's surface and creates layers that are then compacted. Jasper is one of many different types of gemstones that can be found within this type of rock. On jasper stones, you can see many unique patterns due to the impurities it has, some of which look a little bit like mini landscapes.
Ooh, that one sort of looks like a cornfield. And the third type of rock is metamorphic rock, which is formed by intense pressure and heat. Emeralds are one precious gemstone that can be found in this type of rock. Emeralds are famous for their green color and are actually rarer and more expensive than diamonds. Maybe emeralds should be the new diamonds.
Ooh, after talking about all those gems, did you guys know that the gemstones we talked about are actually all precious stones from the ancient world, ranging from ancient Egypt to the Roman Empire? They were used for things like amulets, jewelry, weapons, medicine, and even war paint on the faces of soldiers. They were seen as very valuable and precious in the world of ancient trade.
Wow, this actually reminds me of Proverbs 8 verses 10 to 11, which says, "Take my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choicest gold, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all desirable things cannot compare with her."
From history, we can see that these gemstones were used in various ways and thus highly valued in the ancient world. But from scripture, we can also see that God values wisdom even more than the riches of the world like jewels, gold, and silver. It is such a grace from God to be able to have His word, which holds wisdom from our omniscient Creator. So, because we have this access, and because God values it, we should seek to pursue godly wisdom even in our own lives. We have a wise God to lead us. As we study His wisdom in the Bible, we get to build up wisdom and live in such a way that is pleasing and glorifying to God in all that we do.
Exactly, Michelle. So when we look at things like precious gemstones,
Or just the ground that we walk on,
we can be reminded of the grace that is Scripture and how seeking after wisdom is far more valuable than jewels.
well, friends, that's all for this time. If you learned something about jewels or the value of biblical wisdom, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe for more. But for now, we hope you found this to be a gem of a video.
And as always, we hope that you can remember that creation is cool, but our Creator is even cooler. We'll see you next time.
Check out our other Creation is Cool videos here.
Oh, sedimentary. The sedimentary. Elementary.